Bam! This box came in today, or actually yesterday. Got myself a Bilstein leveling kit. Done some shopping around and looking at spacers and all the other fun stuff. And I was like, you know what? Bilstein has this kit. We got it from AJUSA.com. And the kit cost me $410.89. Well, if you live outside of California, it'll be almost $30 cheaper. Gotta love state tax. And there's the part number, B851112 suspension and leveling kit. There's the product number. They have one for one that has reservoirs and one that doesn't have reservoirs. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we got. Bam! Got me some cardboard. Oh, got me some Bilstein stickers. Gotta love them stickers. Oh, multiple stickers. That's 4 stickers right there. We got instructions. Whee! Got some pretty cool things there for y'all that like pictures. We got pictures, black and white. So what we're doing today is I got a 2017 Ram 4x4 Laramie 2500, and we're going to be going through and removing the factory shocks and the factory springs. We're gonna go back here in my messy garage. So we were gonna put these guys on. You can find these on Amazon or eBay or Craigslist. So this was the first alternative, was to go with these guys. So basically it's a 2.5-inch cup spacer that's going to go in the top of your coil. And these are shock relocators, so you can use the existing shock, or you can buy the full-length shocks. So that goes in the spot of, here's the truck. So this guy would go right up here to space out your coil, to give you an extra 2.5 inches to level it out. So instead of doing all that, having to buy shocks, because shocks are about 80 bucks each, Bilstein comes with a brand new rubber isolator for the top, a dual rated fancy coil, booyah, and I believe in the box is, yes, some brand new shocks. So if you want to buy the spacer kit, these are the shocks you'd want to buy to go with them to eliminate the spacer and use the Bilstein shocks. They have a much smoother ride. I've had Bilstein on my Ford. I went to a BDS on my Tundra. They had some Fox shocks. Those rode really smooth too. They had reservoirs for these guys. I didn't feel like spending the extra $100 per shock, because I wasn't going to be out there terrorizing the dunes with them, or out romping through a bunch of whoops out in the desert. Basically just doing some trail riding, going out gold panning with the girls. So here's your Bilstein shock and its part number on it, dual rated. So that's what we got here, and some wrapping paper for the coils. Yeah, so let's see what we got. Here's the of course, like most new shocks, you have all the necessary washers, little pin guide, nut with a built-in washer on top of it, your isolating bushings, Oh, look at that. I think there's more stickers. It's got a boot on it. Black to go with it. Woohoo! And another sticker. So that is all going to go up on this. To level it out. So place the old factory shock. Pretty much you have to remove that upper nut on the shock, this bolt, and there's a retaining clip in here, but basically this nut, you're going to want to remove this bolt here that holds your ABS line into place, and remove your sway bar link nut, so the sway bar is free, so you get full momentum out of your trailing radius arms, so then you can pull out the coil. But I'll go through and do a couple videos on it. I'm still learning how to edit this stuff. Of course, you can tell it's my phone. It's nothing fancy. I don't have a camcorder yet, but hey, that's my Bilstein setup. Got some tools, you know, my gloves for safety in case I pinch my fingers. And then I also bought some rear shocks to replace the rear ones, so at least all the suspension will be, or the shocks will be Bilstein. Those guys are interesting because they go right there. So there's your top of your nut on your shock, and the shock actually goes through the frame and bolts down here. Pretty simple installation. Of course, you probably want to jack it up to get rid of some of the you give the travel on your suspension. So look at that, got a little oil. Oh, it's all good. It only has like 9,000 miles on it, so we'll pull those out. Also in the process, I was going to go with the BDS 4-inch link setup, but realistically, this thing sits pretty damn high as it is anyways. And I didn't want to go too crazy with it. I plan on pulling a fifth wheel, so, and I didn't want to spend I think it was $3,900. We'll call it $4,000 for the suspension. That was going to be new trailing arm links. Then you'd have steering stabilizers, shocks, dual Fox shocks in the front with the rack, and you'd have a new adjustable steering link in the front, or a sway bar link in the front, and then track bar in the front, track bar in the rear, rear shocks, the whole get up. But I figured this is more dependable, and there's a guy that, you know, sits on this YouTube channel, something wreckage, PN wreckage or something, but sits in his truck and talks about how it's, you know, he always complains about this or that, but yeah, for the functionality of what I'm doing, I just wanted to level out. I'll go with some 35s after I get, you know, down the road once these tires wear out. But yeah, some Bilstein shocks and some dual rated coils to adjust the height, and it'll also make a ride better too. So it is a little stiff for being a 2500, but what do you expect? It's not a half ton, and it's a real truck with a real diesel motor in it, and it's 4x4. So let's get this thing tore apart, and then I'll get back to you guys.